Rather large, welcome back to 99Sport. My name is Cossy. This is the daily news. We're going to be discussing a couple of stories around your clubs, a couple of stories around the Premier League. Newcastle still buying players, around the market. Chelsea dropping points yet again. And Thomas Tuchel has been speaking to the media and said his players and his team is actually tired mentally and also physically. And of course, Arsenal are back for Yves Bissouma. It looks like that deal for Arthur Melo is a little bit stalling, but they also have Thomas Partey now coming back. And Paul Pogba, according to Sky, has told Manchester United that he wants to join Real Madrid in the summer. That probably means it's going to be on a free deal. Smash a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel as well. Get involved in the comment comment box below. Which players do you think your team should be, signing in this January? Are you contented? Are you happy with the way your team has actually handled transfer business in January? I would really, really love to know. Now, the best place to start, of course, is Chelsea. They lost another, 2 points in the last 5 games now. They have only managed to win once, drawn 3 times, and lost once against Manchester City in their last, in their last game. Yesterday, they drew 1-1 with Brighton and Hove Albion. Another distressing performance, but of course, Thomas Tuchel has come out and defended his players and said, my players are actually very, very tired. They are really tired mentally and physically. Now, Chelsea, like you have noticed, they have played more games than any other team in the Premier League. 23. The only teams to catch up is Manchester City with 22 games there. So maybe that could be a point that Thomas Tuchel really puts across. But it is really, really unreasonable. It is really undefendable, the form, the quality they have actually put in this season. They're now 16 points behind table leaders Manchester City. You expected them to be in that title race. You expected them to be very, very close to Manchester City and Liverpool. They are close to Liverpool, but they're already a point behind Liverpool, and Liverpool have 2 games in hand because Liverpool have played 21 games and they have played 23. That means Liverpool, if they win all their games left, they will be 7 points clear of Chelsea. And Manchester City, with a game in hand, if they win it, they will be 19 points clear of Chelsea. It looks like Chelsea this season, it's over. It's definitely over for them in terms of the title race. They should be looking at next season. Thomas Tuchel, will he stay in the job? Roman Abramovich, is he going to keep him? It's a little bit questionable, but he's actually come out and said that his players are really tired mentally and physically. So that was that was the final score, 1-0 there when they visited the Seagulls at the Sea, and it ended in 1-0. Now moving on to Arsenal, they're looking at Yves Bissouma yet again. Of course, we know at the moment Bissouma is in AFCON. It's gonna be very, very hard for them to do that deal, but they just wanting someone. They need someone in that midfield. Thomas Partey is, I think it's very, very good news because Ghana did crash out of AFCON in the group stages, picking up only 1 point in the group stage. Now that was what was that from Ghana? It was absolutely unbelievable. No one expected that. The quality they have, and of course you think about the history they have in AFCON and the respect you give them. We give them in Africa. They only picked up 1 point in a group where they were where they were placed with countries like Comoros. You thought they could actually get 3 points. It was a free hit for me for Ghana. 3 points for Comoros. That should have happened, but it never happened. And the good news for Arsenal fans, very, very poor news, and very, very bad news for Ghana fans, is that Thomas Partey is going to be returning to Arsenal, and there is a possibility that he will start playing up football without missing a Premier League game, because the only game he was about to miss was that North London derby against Tottenham, which was actually called off due to COVID-19 concerns from the Arsenal camp. So Thomas Parte is coming back. I think that's a very, very huge boost for Arsenal. And now they're looking at Yves Bissouma. They've been trying to get Arthur Melo, and talks are still ongoing between them and Juve. But Juve are still very adamant. They need to get in a replacement. They need to get in they need to first get in someone who's going to be replacing Arthur Melo. It's not going to happen very, very soon. Juve are looking at Zakaria Bruno Guimaraes at the moment. It is not anywhere close, and maybe the best thing to do is is for us not to move on. They're looking at Yves Bissouma again. He's a player that is not really wanted to be sold in January, according to Brighton. They would rather sell him in the summer than selling him in this January transfer window. So let's wait and see what's gonna happen out of that. And of course, the latest around Dusan Vlahovic with Arsenal. It looks like Arsenal are going to be really waiting for a long time, because the player is much interested now, according to rumors, is much interested in going to Juve, and he has a pre-agreement with Juve to sign for them in 2023 as a free agent. His agents are also much interested in the move because they will be getting much more money, around 10 million euros. If Arsenal can maybe pay the 10 million euros of the agent, maybe there could be something happening. Manchester United, back in the news, Paul Pogba. He's always around there. He's always in the news, isn't he? Paul Pogba has told Manchester United that he would love to join Real Madrid in the summer. Now, there's been a lot of talk around Paul Pogba signing a new contract. There's been a lot of talk, around him, staying at Manchester United, especially with the arrival of Ralf Rangnick and maybe the new revolution and the rebirth of Manchester United. You know, there was that kind of belief that was growing amongst the Manchester United fraternity that he might stay eventually, but it looks like he's not really set to stay. PSG and Real Madrid are the two clubs that are really interested in the player. His contract is up in the summer. United have tried to do everything they can to sign him up on a new contract. It looks like it's not going to be working out. Mino Raiola wants his agent out, and Paul Pogba eventually is starting to believe and starting to grow that kind of frustration, that kind of ego that he needs to be going out for a new challenge. Now, Real Madrid, of course, that much we know they're much interested in Kylian Mbappe. That is that is their focus in the summer. Can they get Paul Pogba on a free as well, or will he be going to PSG? But of course, according to Sky Sports, he has told Manchester United he needs to be moving on, and he wants to go to Real Madrid in the summer. Newcastle still in the market, very much, and very strong. They have reached an agreement for personal terms with Diego Carlos. That is the Sevilla centre back. They would love to get him in, and of course, a bid of around 35 million euros has been rejected. Now, Sevilla believe the player is worth much more than 35 million euros, and Newcastle are also believed to be in that position where they can pay at least 50 million euros. They're looking for a centre back. They've tried a couple of options in Steven Botman, but Lille Metropole look very adamant to let him go this January. So they're looking at a couple of other options, and Diego Carlos, of course, a very top class centre back. If Newcastle gets him, probably some of their problems, which is conceding many goals and not scoring, they will have solved some of the problems, because in getting in Chris Wood, you think maybe they'll be scoring more, and in getting in Diego Carlos, maybe they will be conceding less. So probably let's wait and see what Eddie Howe is going to be doing with that with that signing. But of course, Newcastle have agreed personal terms with Diego Carlos. We're just waiting for that moment to happen when the two clubs can find an agreement. And finally, moving on to Everton, they're looking at Wayne Macaroni as the potential replacement of fired manager Rafael Benitez. Now, what they've done, Everton, they have appointed Duncan Ferguson as caretaker manager, for a series of games coming up. But of course, they're still in a search for a new manager, a new permanent manager. They've been linked with a couple of them, including Wayne Macaroni, who is actually believed to be the biggest contender for the job. Now, my opinion about this is Wayne Macaroni, does he have the experience it needs to be taking on Everton? Everton are really in a scary position, because for me, the squad they have, they can't really afford to go down, and I think that's why they sacked Rafa Benitez. Things were not actually working out for, very well for them. I just feel like they need a manager that is ready to take on that step. Wayne Macaroni, is he ready to take on that step? I feel like Lampard could be a better fit for Everton rather than Wayne Macaroni. But of course, let me know down in the comments below what do you think about Wayne Macaroni to Everton, and I'll speak to you right in the next one. Hit that like button, of course.